Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 3 in Securities Law and Compliance. This is Professor Dunaway. Hope you're all having a great weekend. Before I get started in what's coming up this week, I wanted to briefly go over. So there were some and still ongoing technical difficulties going on within um, LexisNexis and our class site as far as me being able to go into the grade center and see what you guys have posted or turned in thus far. Nothing is showing up. I know that you guys have posted because I see them in the discussion forum. So I went in today and manually went through everything and did post some grades, but it's still not showing up as it should. So leaving feedback and things like that has been very difficult. But I was able to post some grades for week 1 today. And I'm posting this on Sunday. Just some comments and to go over some specifics of what we need from you in the discussion forum. First of all, there are no extensions. So if you're going to miss the due date, you will lose points. Again, we want this to be an ongoing sort of discussion back and forth. And if we're granting extensions and students are turning in things at different times, it really won't facilitate the kind of discussion we're looking for. So there are no extensions. And then just a reminder, in order to receive full points, you need to have multiple replies. So you'll have your initial post, which is due Wednesday evenings by 11:59 Pacific time. So you must do that. And then you also need to do your replies by Sunday. So let me go into the discussion forum because this class might be a bit different than maybe some of your other courses and what we're looking for. So for example, in week 1, um, for your replies, you needed to do a couple things. You needed to follow up on your initial post and describe how you might have advised the compliance officer how to adjust their compliance review in accordance with the risks of the market and potential violations of the law during the financial crisis. So that was the one thing, and that should have been at least 4 paragraphs, and it should have been in a narrative format to a compliance officer. So if you don't follow those things, you will lose points. And then in addition to that, you must review other classmates' replies. So choose a classmate who didn't have any other classmates reply yet, and then post a reply to them. It must be substantive. Just agreeing is not enough. You need to actually further the conversation. So in order to receive full points, you needed to do all of those. You needed your initial post on time, you needed your 4-paragraph follow-up on time, and then you also needed to review at least one other classmate's reply. So you need all 3 of those things to get full points. And again, we don't, other than having your follow-up reply and your reply to other classmates, we don't say, how many you need. But again, you need to have at least those 2 things to get full points. So if you lost points, that is likely why you didn't have all of those. And then each week, it's pretty much the same thing. So if we look to week 2, which your replies are due today, you need to have a follow-up to your initial post. And then you also need to review another classmate's reply, at least one. We prefer more than one, but you need to have at least one. So if you have any questions about the discussion forum, please email me. Again, it might be slightly different to what other classes have done, but it should be fairly similar. But again, if you have any questions, please let me know. So that's a discussion forum. So let's go into the course roadmap. So for week 2, you learned about state securities laws or blue sky laws or blue sky regulations. You had 4 videos to watch. There were multiple readings posted where you learned about such things as the interplay between federal and state laws. You learned about the definition of a security. using state laws. You learned about exempt securities and fraud, and also offers and sales of a security. And there were several other topics that we went over. So hopefully after last week, you kind of have a good handle on state securities laws and the interplay between state and federal. For this week, week 3, you will be learning about small businesses and securities regulation. So if we click into week 3, you'll see that there are 2 videos posted along with the PowerPoint presentations, and then a few readings. So you're going to learn about the regulation of small business capital formation, implications of Sarbanes-Oxley, and there's a typo there. It says Oxy. It should be Oxley. Attorney liability. Also, you're going to learn about employee whistleblowing post Sarbanes-Oxley, and then Sarbanes-Oxley initial and ongoing compliance. So those will be your readings, and then again the videos this week. So that's week 3, and then week 4. Let's click back into the course roadmap. You'll be learning about identification of regulated products and transactions. So that's week 4. So for week 3, you want to post in the discussion forum. Again, if you have any questions at all about what I went over, please let me know, because I don't want to see you lose points if it's just a misunderstanding of what's required. But everything is pretty much spelled out within the discussion forum itself of what you need to do each week. You need to do the reading. You need to watch the 2 videos that I mentioned. Then if you want to attend the optional office hours this week, again, they're being held Monday from 12 to 1 p.m. Pacific time with Professor Walker Lightfoot. She will be there to answer any questions, or if you just want to stop in and say hello, she will be there. And then a reminder that your first assignment is due a week from today, so April 1st, next Sunday, by 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. And then just to remind you about extensions, if you need an extension, you must let me know prior to Sunday. If you email me Sunday, it will be too late and you will already be assessed a late penalty if you don't get it in by that time. But if you do need an extension, email me prior to Sunday, letting me know why, and then I'll respond back saying that you can have a 7-day extension for the assignment. And again, I think I've gone over this before, but please make sure that you thoroughly read the instructions for the assignment. Let me pull the assignment up for a second, if it will open. So, as you'll see here, if you look down, you have the facts, then look below the facts where it says assignment. Sketch out a memo at least 2 pages in length and no more than 4, double spaced, 12-point Times New Roman. The memo is to yourself with your initial thoughts as to Xavier's business plans as enumerated above. And then you want to prepare the memo in the following format. You need to have 3 sections, and you want to have them pretty clear. So it's, they're clearly that you have an issue section where you spot as many issues, dilemmas as possible. Then you want to have section 2, which discusses implications, and then your section 3, which discusses alternatives. You need to be discussing all those in order to receive full points or a high score on this assignment. Your issue statements need to be clear as to what the problem is. It can't just be a one word, here's the issue. You want to at least kind of in a statement describe what the issue is. Section 2, again, what the implications are. So your opinion as to the likely outcome for each of those issues. And then section 3, the alternatives, where you're going to offer and explain any strategies to each issue that may result in a more favorable outcome. So again, you need all 3 of those sections. And if you have any questions about your assignment, please email me about those as well. And I think that's it. So I hope you all have a great week 3. If you have any questions whatsoever, please email me. If not, good luck on your first assignment. Please get it in on time. And again, if you're going to have any issues with that, email me prior to Sunday to request an extension. All right. Thanks, everyone, and I hope you all have a great week.